If you haven't been living under a rock, then you probably know what Project 2025 is. It's this plan concocted by Russell Vought, who I believe is currently the head of the Budget Committee. And Russ Vought, yes, Vought, like in The Boys, like the super evil company. Yeah, I don't think that was an accident anymore. But Project 2025 is the plan to transform the United States of America from a democracy into a fascist tech feudalist oligarchy. That is literally what it is. You should go to the website Project 2025 Tracker, and you can watch the percentages fill up as our American democratic institutions are torn apart piece by piece. But Donald Trump, who has claimed on the campaign trail over and over again that I have nothing to do with Project 2025. I don't even know what Project 2025 is. Well, he finally admitted it. He posted on Truth Social that he does know what Project 2025 is. He supports Project 2025. And actually, he just gave Russ Vought permission to fire anybody within the federal government that he would like. And Trump is flexing on us because he thinks that you're a baby back bitch. He doesn't give a fuck about the American people. All he cares about is what he wants and how he consolidates power. So we're going to dive into that. We're also going to talk about the global Samud flotilla. It has been commandeered. Most of the boats, I think there's still like 2 boats left, have been infiltrated, and the people, the activists, have been kidnapped by the Israeli occupying forces. The Israeli occupying forces sent a fucking battleship, like a destroyer. They sent like a destroyer. Also, speaking of battleships, I should probably queue up this video. Have you guys seen Donald Trump during his rant to the military members talking about battleships? I gotta pull this up. He thinks battleships are still used. Donald Trump. Battleship. He thinks battleships are still used, but not only does he think they're still used, he wants to like bring back battleships. This will be just a little aside. I'm going to show you it. We're going to start with this so that we have a good palate cleanser, and then we're going to dive into the nightmare news. But here's a video of the President of the United States sounding like an absolute brain-dead 12-year-old dipshit. Ready? Here you go.
To use an old term, I think we should maybe say...
Wait, go back. Here we go.
To use an old term.
He said battleships. I don't know why I say. He goes, battleships, to use an old term.
To use an old term. I think we should maybe start thinking about battleships, by the way. You know, we have a...
Real quick. You live in the era of drone warfare, okay? Do you know why we stopped making battleships? Because of planes. And this we stopped using battleships after World War I, dude. Because of how powerful, like the Air Force is, because of planes, because you're a sitting duck in the water. Don't get me wrong, we still have aircraft carriers, you know what I mean? But a battleship is a ridiculous concept in the era of fucking drones.
Secretary of the Navy came to me, because I look at the Iowa out in California, and I look at different ships and the old pictures. I used to watch Victory at Sea. I love Victory at Sea. Look at these admirals. It's got to be your all-time in black and white.
He said he's talking about like a fucking movie from the 1940s, bro. And he's like, look, you guys kind of look like the characters. Oh, this dumb fuck, this stupid fuck. I honestly think he thinks war is the battleship game. Like, this guy's so fucking stupid.
When I look at those ships, they came with the destroyers alongside of them, and man, nothing was going to stop. They were 20 deep, and they were in a straight line, and...
What do you mean nothing is going to stop them? Do you not remember when we destroyed the Iranian Navy with a couple of fucking jets, bro? What do you think a battleship even does?
There was nothing going to stop them. And we actually talk about, you know, those ships. Some people would say, no, that's old technology. I don't know.
I know, and I'm not some fucking military leader. Yeah, battleships are old technology. What's next, dumb fuck? You going to ask to bring back Zeppelins? Oh, and frankly, why don't we have the big balloons? We're bringing back the Hindenburg, folks. Oh!
It's old technology when you look at those guns, but it's something we're actually considering, the concept of battleship.
What? Play that clip again. What did you just say?
Ship.
Wait.
The concept of battleship.
We're considering the concept.
We're actually considering the concept of battleship.
We're actually considering the concept of battleship. Not battleships. We're actually considering the concept of battleship. Put this motherfucker in a padded room, bro. Put this, you could fucking, all you gotta do is tie a 10-year-old girl to a stick and dangle it. Go, come on, Donnie, and he'll come running. Lead that fucker into a padded room, lock it, and throw the key away. Dead ass.
Nice 6-inch side solid steel, not aluminum. Aluminum that melts if it looks at a missile coming.
First of all, did you say 6 inches of solid steel? You think that's good enough, you dumb fucking bastard? Second of all, what do you mean the aluminum is melting when the missile's 2 miles away? What did you just say?
Not aluminum. Aluminum that melts if it looks at a missile coming at it. Starts melting as the missile's about 2 miles away. No, those ships, they don't make them that way.
Yo, don't forget, he's talking to a room that consists of the entirety of the United States military. No, sorry, not the military, the entirety of its leadership that he flew from all across the... You understand that these generals were flown from across the planet to listen to this stupid shit? This could have been a fucking signal leak, bro.
Way anymore, but you look at it and your secretary likes it, and I'm sort of open to it. And bullets are a lot less expensive than missiles. A lot of.
By the way, that microphone shit you're hearing, that's not me. That is him.
Reasons I should take a vote, but I'm afraid to take that vote because I may get voted out on that one. But I tell you, it's something we're seriously considering. There were powers. There were big powers. They were just about as mean and scary as you could be. And so we're looking at that.
Jesus Christ, he's so fucking stupid and useless. Real quick, someone in chat said, did you hear about what Pritzker is doing? Pritzker called for the 25th Amendment to be invoked, which would remove Trump from office. Governor Pritzker has no power. He cannot invoke the 25th Amendment. He's just calling for it to be invoked. The 25th Amendment needs to be invoked by either the fucking vice president, J.D. Vance, or by a vote of his entire cabinet, which is why he filled his cabinet with yes men and sycophants this time around. What do you think? Pete Hegseth, Kristi Noem, and RFK are gonna fucking vote to kick Trump out of office? Are you out of your fucking mind? Anyway, let's dive right into the juice. Hi, I'm Chris Valenti. This is the Valenti VOD. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That costs you nothing and it helps me immensely. If you do want to support the channel financially, a couple ways you could do it. You could buy merch like the Democratic Socialist poster and the Valenti Videos mug. You can also become a member by clicking the join button down below, which will give you access to the Valenti show, like some members only content and some emojis. So do that. You can donate to the channel by clicking the thanks button. You can become a patron on Patreon, and you can use a 40% off discount code for Ground News located in the description below. But without further ado, we're going to dive into the juice here. The first thing that we're going to have to start off with is some clips of Trump on the campaign trail to just jog your memory. Remember when Trump was trying to convince us that he had nothing to do with Project 2025? He didn't know what Project 2025 was. Oh, it had nothing to do with it. Here's some clips.
And you know, the other side's going around trying to make me sound extreme, like I'm an extremist. I'm not. I'm a person with great common sense. I'm not an extremist at all. Like some on the right, severe right, came up with this Project 25, and I don't even know. I mean, some of them I know who they are, but they're very, very conservative, just like you have. They're sort of the opposite of the radical left, okay? You have the radical left and you have the radical right. And they come up with this, I don't know what the hell it is, it's Project 25. I
don't know what the hell it is, Project 2025. You know that when he starts to play the accordion, it means he's lying, right? When he plays the accordion, he's lying.
Involved in Project, and then they read some of the things, and they are extreme. I mean, they're seriously extreme. But I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know anything about it. But what they do is misinformation and disinformation.
Yeah, so this guy, literally, the whole fucking campaign trail, did it over and over again.
The critical job of institutions such as Heritage to...
You can't even say it. Heritage Foundation. Heritage Foundation. That's who created Project 2025. Listen to this fucking idiot.
Job of institutions such as Heritage to... lay the groundwork, and Heritage does such an incredible job at that. This is a great group, and they're going to lay the groundwork and detail plans for exactly what our movement will do and what your movement will do when the American people give us a colossal mandate to save America. She talks about Project 2025, which I have absolutely nothing to do with. She says, I know that because of Project. Well, we've denied that. I have no idea what.
So again, listen, Donald Trump lied the entire campaign trail to convince the stupidest people in our nation to vote for him. And if you're watching this and you voted for Donald Trump, yes, you are stupid. That does not mean that you can't fix yourself. However, if you still support Donald Trump, you are a fascist. Facts don't care about your fucking feelings. Just because you're too stupid to know what fascism is doesn't excuse you from your fascist actions. Did you know that the overwhelming majority of people who voted for Adolf Hitler didn't know the Holocaust was coming? Guess what? They're still fucking Nazis and you're still a fucking fascist. So, Donald Trump claimed the entire campaign trail that he didn't know what the fuck Project 2025 was, and even if he did, he wouldn't support it. Meanwhile, 4 hours ago, our fat orange Fuhrer tweets out this on his own private social media platform. I have a meeting today with Russ Vought, he of Project 2025 fame, to determine which of the many Democrat agencies, most of which are a political scam, that he recommends to be cut, and whether or not those cuts will be temporary or permanent. I can't believe the radical left gave me this unprecedented opportunity. They are not stupid people, so maybe this is their way of wanting to quietly and quickly make America great again. President DJT. So, Donald Trump is so fucking stupid that I actually think he is falling for the Democrat trap. What did I tell you the other day? I said that what the Democrats are doing is calling Trump's bluff. They're saying, listen, if you want to destroy this nation, you want to destroy healthcare, you want to be a fucking fascist, we're not signing off. Saying to have to do that all on your own and just pretend to be a fucking king. And that's what he's doing now. He can't even fucking help himself. He can't even, he's saying it fucking clear as shit. He goes, I can't believe the radical left gave me this unprecedented opportunity. And he's talking about using executive power to just slash and burn our entire fucking federal government, bro. There's like 750,000 people right now who are working without getting paid. Because the promise is that they're going to get a back check once the government reopened. Oh, I know you're just going to work for free, and I promise you I'm going to send you the money. Reason being, every time we've had a government shutdown, the money has been sent back. Here's the difference. This time, the government has been shut down, and it's a fascist government that does not want to reopen it. They don't want to rehire all these federal fucking workers. If you or somebody you know is a federal worker that was just furloughed and they're working for free, guess what, fucknut? You need to start looking for a new job because King Doland does not plan on bringing you back, and he plans on milking you for every last second of free work that he can fucking get. While you're working, thinking that you're going to get that back check, you are literally a slave. You're not getting fucking paid, dude. You think Donald Trump is gonna send you a check? You think Donald J. Trump, the guy who famously never paid any of his workers for building his golf course, never paid the artist for painting his fucking Sistine Chapel ass ceiling, you think that motherfucker's sending you a check? Are you out of your fucking gourd? Anyway, let's get a little look at like some Newsweek coverage of this. Donald Trump meeting Project 2025 author to cut Democrat agencies. King Doland said he would meet Thursday with Office of Management and Budget Director Russ Vought, one of the authors of the conservative Project 2025 plan to radically reshape the government, to decide where to make cuts as he seeks to take advantage of the federal government shutdown. Trump, posting on Truth Social, said that the Vought meeting will, quote, determine which of the many Democrat agencies, most of which are a political scam, that he recommends to be cut. So Trump isn't even making the fucking decision about what's going to be cut. It's literally up to Russ Vought, a fucking unelected billionaire who came up with the plan to destroy democracy. That's what this is. So again, I want to just say this. If you support Donald Trump, you're an inferior fucking rat. Please never speak again. Shut the fuck up forever, you dumb bitch. Why it matters. The United States government has entered its first shutdown since 2018 after Congress was unable to resolve a funding standoff and pass legislation to keep federal agencies operating. At the center of the dispute is whether the spending bill should include an extension of subsidies under the Affordable Care Act. By the way, this is what this fucking monster looks like. This bald piece of shit. Anyway, Democrats argue that the subsidies are essential to protecting the access to health care, while Republicans insist that the funding and policy decisions around the issue should be addressed separately. Do you want to see the way that Republicans are framing this government shutdown, which is, by the way, Donald Trump's fault? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Watch this shit. This is official from the White House. This is the White House's official page.
Democrats, the party of open borders, transgender for everybody, lawlessness in our streets, are shutting down the government in
Transgender for everybody!
an effort to appease the radical left.
By the way, I can tell that this narrator is AI-generated slop.
Democrats are coordinating their strategy with outside leftist groups and are demanding nearly $1.5 trillion in spending for an agenda that includes healthcare for illegal aliens.
First of all, I love that that's their point of attack. It's not like they're saying, and their agenda includes destroying the United States. It's not, their agenda includes flooding our streets with criminals. It's, their agenda includes giving health care to people. So, first of all, that's not even true. Illegal aliens cannot, or sorry, I'm falling for their own propaganda. Undocumented immigrants cannot get health care, free health care like that, okay? That's just bullshit. That you need a social security number in order to get fucking Medicaid and Medicare, you dumb bastards. And you think undocumented immigrants have fucking social security numbers? Jesus Christ, they're stupid. Second of all, they should get health care benefits. Everyone on earth should get free health care. Full stop. I don't give a fuck if you are labeled as an illegal human being. Shut the fuck up. And you claim to be a Christian. You claim to be a Christian. What do you think? You think you got to bring your passport to get into the pearly gates, you dumb fuck?
And much, much more. Democrats for years have railed against government shutdowns, claiming a shutdown would mean much chaos and pain and needless heartache for the American people. Democrats are out of control, and you know who it hurts?
You, everyday people, and the most vulnerable. Seniors, veterans, working families, hungry kids, y'all.
Tell Congress to avoid the Democrat-led government shutdown.
So the White House is panicking. You want to know why? Because do you know who's going to be the most fucked by this shit? Is rural America. The Trump base. Rural hospitals rely on Medicaid funding more than anybody else. What do you think, fucking Phelps Memorial Hospital needs Medicaid funding? Are you out of your fucking mind? They got Saudi Arabian billionaires who come over there and rent entire floors. Are you out of your fucking gourd? Jesus. Okay. We're going to move away from America, and we're going to wrap this up with some global news. Israel intercepts almost all of the flotilla vessels trying to reach Gaza. We've got footage here. I think this is Greta Thunberg's boat getting intercepted, and they're all arrested by the Israeli Nazis. Oh, I gotta mute it. And they are with their hands up. The IOF boarded multiple vessels. Lawmakers from Spain and Italy, plus Greta Thunberg. Let's hear Greta here.
My government to demand my and the others' immediate release.
Thunberg posted a pre-recorded video. My name is Greta
In
Thunberg.
this video, I have been abducted and taken against my will by Israeli forces. Our humanitarian mission was non-violent and abiding by international law.
The ships were aiming at delivering food, water, and medicine to the civilians in Gaza. So if you don't know, the Global Summit Flotilla is a flotilla composed of like 50 ships from people from every fucking nation on Earth trying to bring food, water, and medical care to the Gazans. And as if you're not new here, you know I've been telling you the whole time that flotilla was never gonna make it to Gaza. I tried to tell you that. Hopefully you believed me. That wasn't like, oh, Chris, you're a doomer. No, that's just reality. Israel will never in a million fucking years allow an ounce of food to enter Gaza. That's never gonna fucking happen. But what this is still is a good sign, because the entire world just watched just what lengths Israel is willing to go to prevent a drop of food from getting into the bucket of starving Gazans. The food and water and medical supplies on that flotilla, that wasn't even enough to help 1% of the Gazans, okay? And yet, Israel sent out battleships. They sent out ships with skunk water to just spray the flotillas to make them sick. They hit him with itching powder and flashbangs. They fucking arrested Greta Thunberg. They kidnapped all of these fucking people. This is the lengths that the genocidal apartheid nation of Israel is willing to go to ensure the mass starvation of the people in Gaza. That is the lesson that the world just watched. And also, it's kind of fucked up because the Italian fascist cunt, what's her name, Maloney, she turned that fucking boat around immediately. Same thing with the Spaniards. The Italians tried to redirect the fucking flotilla to an Israeli port. It was like a fake out operation. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Let's read a little bit here. Israel's Navy boarded vessels aiming to break the country's blockade of Gaza, detaining hundreds of people, including Swedish activist Greta Thunberg, according to organizers. The country's foreign ministry said just one vessel is yet to be halted. So there is one vessel remaining. Flotilla organizers labeled Israel's interception of the ships as, quote, an illegal attack on humanitarians, while Israel said the activists were, quote, not interested in aid, but in provocation. Oh, yeah, no, you're right, because Greta Thunberg is Hamas! Greta Thunberg is Hamas! Got a bomber! Are you out of your fucking mind? Flotilla organizers labeled Israel's interception of the ships as an illegal attack. Yeah, the flotilla set sail with more than 500 participants from dozens of countries, aiming to deliver food, water, and medicine to the civilians in Gaza, which is facing a humanitarian crisis amid Israel's offensive. In Gaza, Israel is pressing on with efforts to capture Gaza City. The Red Cross has suspended operations, and the Israeli defense minister said Palestinians had a, quote, last opportunity to move south. So, you are watching what I believe is the death throes of Palestine. You know, like, this is it for them. And at the same time, the entire world just watched a genocidal apartheid nation kidnap 500 innocent people who were trying to give food to a starving person. If you consider yourself to be religious in any way, whether you're Buddhist or Islamic or Christian or Jewish, I know damn well your fucking God would be turning his back right now, or hers, or theirs, whatever the fuck your God is. There is no God in any religion in the history of humanity that says, let the hungry starve. And if your God does say that, guess what? He ain't worthy of praise. Thank you very much for watching the Valenti VOD. If you're here live, you stay. We're going to keep on going. If you're watching this pre-recorded, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing and it helps me immensely. And please feel free to donate to the channel. Every last dollar that I get goes into funding this organization. I am finally getting that PC this weekend. Mark my fucking words. New PC this weekend. Thank you for 110,000 subscribers. I love you all very much. And do me one last favor. Click that video over there. It's a banger. And I know bangers.